Alright guys, well, one of the things on our trip that happened when our rail broke, well, the reason why the rail broke was because the propane tank broke loose up on deck. So we knew we had to get it off deck, and we hated it up there anyway, but this boat did not have a propane locker. At one time it may have, but it don't anymore. There was a hole in the back deck on the stern that was fiberglassed in, so that might have been the old propane locker. So I'm sorry I didn't film much of it. Worked on it in the dark after work, so it was not great light. But got the little rack built for it on the back of the boat now, so it's gonna be nice having that thing off the deck. I still gotta pop the bars off and tack weld them so there's no way they can come loose, and then cut off the bottom of the U-bolts. But propane on the back of the deck now. What I used, as you can see it back there, there was a little swim ladder off the back, so I just put U-bolts onto that. Used a big old thick 1-inch thick cutting board, and then some Bimini hardware and some rails. Then I got some little things on there so we can tie it up and it won't go anywhere. And then I gotta do a big hole back there for the propane line to go through, because we're finally gonna run the propane lines through the boat for the stove. I've had a little adapter on there, use little 1-pound bottles, and we've only went through, I don't think we've emptied one bottle yet, so that's nice. But I'm gonna get all this finished up, and it's gonna be a couple more things off our list. Getting there, guys, we're getting there. After this, our next thing is we're pulling all the chain plates to inspect them and putting the new bolts in them. Before we go, got to install our water maker. I think we decided we're just going to use our old water maker off the Bristol. I'm going to order a new membrane and housing for it, and do the chain plate bolts. And then we got 2 brand new side stays that we're going to put on with new turnbuckles and everything. The one on the starboard side, sorry guys, starboard side, it broke at one time, and they put a huge turnbuckle on there, so I'm just going to replace both of them. All the rest of the rigging looks okay. The back stay isn't old at all. The front stay was just replaced a few years ago. I never asked the previous owner why he did that, but yeah, we're gonna pull out all the rest of the chain plates since our front chain plate had that crack in it, just to be safe. And then we ready to go, y'all. So really close, really close. I am a little bit behind on videos. I am sorry. I'm gonna try to knock out all this boat work, and I say this every video, don't I? My bad. But I am a little bit behind on video. I got one I've almost got edited right now. Just a few days behind on it, I think. So I'll get that up, and then this one to come up. But we're getting there, y'all. I'm trying to get more consistent with this stuff. And again, as always, I appreciate everybody and knocking out boat work. And pretty soon we will leave. I promise. But super happy to have this done. Super happy. Then we'll get that big cooler moved over more in the center of the boat. We just use that big cooler for storage, but then if we ever need it, we can fill it up with ice, whatever. Good to go, and super excited. Boat's really coming along. Doesn't even really feel like the same boat as from when we got it, so super awesome. I'm really happy with how it's coming out, and we've already been living on it for a couple months, and it is flying by, guys. Flying by. So if you ever think about moving on to a boat, I highly suggest it. It's a lot of work, and it's got ups and downs, even staying at the marina and just sailing around town, but man, it's a good life, y'all. It's a good life. So, all right, back to finishing up this. I just got to do a little bit of ties on it. We're good to go, but getting her off deck. Now I got to do a big hole to get that through hole to go through for the hose. So with the big old grill up there. It's weird being underneath it, but there we go. Got some adjusting to do on them, I guess. There we go. I just gotta get that line turned, but that's all right. Got our new cover on there. The brackets all done. A couple U-bolts went into hardware. Supported there. What I did to keep the propane tank tied down is I took these right there, ran the screw through them, looped them, crimped them. Had a crisscross along top, going around the other side through some eyes, some turnbuckles, and as you can see, that tank ain't going nowhere. So one project done, and started to sand down the green stripe, and I'm gonna start getting that painted next. Gonna do a light gray stripe around it, get rid of that ugly green stripe because it doesn't match anything, and a couple more projects done, y'all. Sorry, I was just checking them out. I gotta adjust that because it's bothering me. His face is a little crooked, so, but that's all right. We'll get him, but he ain't going nowhere. That's the important thing. So, and the cover's all Scotch guarded and everything, so should be good to go. Brand new tank in it, no rust on the bottom. Like I said, we'll just keep swapping them out because it's just standard grill tanks. So we'll swap them out, and once we get to a point where we can't swap them out anymore, we'll just, you know, keep an eye on it and spray paint the heck out the bottom if we ever see any rust coming on it, and shouldn't have any problems. Fingers crossed. All right, since I was back here, I just went ahead and taped off the back of the boat. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all cleaned up with some acetone or whatever I got. Get it all dried off, and let's get a coat of this gray paint on the back, and let's see how it looks. So, all right guys, well, change of plans. I was just gonna paint that back. I was like, why am I just gonna paint the back? Let's just go and do the whole thing. So I spent the last hour and a half taping. It's already been sanded. Cleaned it all down with some acetone, and now I'm getting ready to paint. So we're just gonna paint this whole green stripe today. I was just gonna do the back, but this is what happens when you get motivated. So when we first bought the boat, everybody at the marina called it green stripe boat. No more. I hated this green stripe since day one, and this is just gonna make me so happy to get rid of it. So last time y'all seeing it, guys. Last time. And yes, unfortunately, there's another green stripe down at the water line. There's nothing I can do with that right now. But at least it's by the water line. It doesn't stick out so bad. So, whatever. Getting rid of this top green stripe. No, for real. YouTube magic. Next time you see it, there we go. As I say all the time, guys, doing boat work like this by yourself's a pain. But that's all right. Somebody gotta make money, right? Sure as hell ain't me. But like I said, next time y'all see the boat, there won't be no more green stripe. Got 2 coats of the light gray total boat wet edge on it. Gonna let it sit for about another 20 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling off all this masking tape, and then I'll get some more video without the masking tape and some pictures. But appreciate everybody for getting it. Still planning to leave here pretty soon, spring, March, April, depending on money. Fingers crossed, March 1st is our goal, but like I said, it all depends on money. So YouTube's just a hobby, something for us to look back on, you know, share with friends, family, and our subscribers. I appreciate all you guys, but we'll never make money on it, so we gotta make sure we have got enough, you know, we got enough money before we leave. So, but thanks everybody. That's gonna be it for this video, and don't know what next video is gonna be. So, peace.